years old. I'm the oldest one from the whole family, and it's a church ritual from what is in the Bible. The first born should be offered to God. And that was what they did to me when I was 4 years old. And then they put me on my stomach on the table. And the vicar, he put his fingers in my vagina, and it was bleeding. And then my grandfather did it, not with his fingers, but with his penis, and all they were singing and then my uncle did the same, and it took an hour before they were ready in the hall. It was a blanket, a white blanket where I was on laying, but it was totally red. My grandfather, he paid the figure for this holy sacrificing thing, and I was kapot. Broken. And afterwards I had to go more than once a week to my grandfather's house to let myself abuse by him. And then he raped me, and also my uncle did the same to me, and sometimes it was in the bedroom, sometimes it was in where the cows were.
Who were your grandpa and uncle and all of them connected to that they were involved in this ritualistic rape and abuse? What is the connection? Is it like a Freemasons or cult or satanic organization?
For me it's from the church. And
you said the vicar was present at the ceremony. How did you know he was the vicar? Were they calling him by that name, or did you recognize him? Or
I know it.
You know, yeah.
Try to bring you, to put you in a position that you are unable to do things, and to make your
feel guilty.
Yeah, feel guilty. When I was 5 years old, the house doctor did come, who always also gave me the pills after the ritual. And he learned he taught my parents how to torture me with electricity. Then he bound me on the table and gave me electricity through my fingers or hands and feet, and afterwards, when that was done, I was always naked. He stimulated the clitoris to give me a clitoral orgasm. So torturing and orgasm should go together. And that was, he came 3 times to teach my parents that, and it was my mother who had to do it.
So your mother used to give you an orgasm?
Yeah.
stimulate you?
Yeah.
Your mother was sexually abusing you too?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mother trained me, and it was a training for the Freemasons it's an examination, a kind of examination, if they will come through or not, if they are really pedophile or.
So it's initiation.
Yeah.
You mean? Okay.
And that was at about 5-6 kilometers from our home. There was a small castle in the wood, in the forest, and they brought me there when I was 6 years old.
Let's talk about the castle in the forest.
The house doctor, he was the one who took me there. Then he put hoe noem je dat? Een ooievaarsbek.
Stortjesbeek.
That thing you put into when you go to the gynecologist,
Yeah.
a cold metal duck looking thing.
Yeah, duck.
Yeah.
How do you call it?
We call it a duck.
A duck. He put a duck in my vagina, and then he stimulated the clitoris. So there I got an orgasm. And the one who couldn't have, or who didn't get an erection, fell down there was one hole in the circle, and then that hole went open and he fell out through it, and during that falling, how it was exactly done, I don't know, but the man got up off his hole.
Okay, so just because he didn't get an erection, looking
Yeah,
at you having this done to you, they cut off
If
his
they-
penis and threw him down a hole.
Yeah. They went downstairs, and there the men, they had to do necrophilia with that dead body.
So this is the one who got his. So the other men had to do that with him.
What did they do exactly?
To penetrate him.
Anally?
I'm sorry.
Like, from behind? Yeah, yeah. It's okay, relax. Right.
And then the one who didn't come through that act, or could not penetrate, had to come to me again, because then I was upstairs, or they put a cross knife in my, the doctor did it, the bok, or the devil, in my vagina.
So was it pointing down, out?
They-
Not inside, it was pointing out.
No, the blade was out.
Okay.
It's not a handle, it was a tool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was not to give me pain, it was to make the penis from the.
Okay. Just so we can clarify. So the man who didn't want to penetrate necrophilia had to then come to you.
Yeah.
You had a blade inside of you. And what happened?
He had to penetrate me again, and that gave that his penis was splitting up. And that did happen in different places, also in the south of Holland, in Limburg. There was in Eyes a small castle where they brought me, and there were more men together, and they put me naked on a table to play with me, and afterwards they brought me to a torturing room where I was also tortured, and there were also.
Were the other children involved?
No, I would like this to.
Oh, sorry.
It was not only the torturing. And it were not only men who raped me, but also in Eyes it was also a dog who raped me.
Sorry?
A dog.
Dog.
And on that castle where the Freemasons examination was, there were also, it was in the forest, they had some hunting. They hunted, I would like to say us. There were more, me and also my sister, and there were more. But it was at night, it was dark.
What did they do exactly on the hunting?
What I remember, I was naked and it was cold. And there was on my feet, I put my feet in a clam or so I couldn't go on any longer.
I'm sorry, on a what?
I know.
Like a bear trap, a clamp.
Yeah.
Like you had a trap around it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And it was hunting with dogs, not with a gun but it was, and they were on horses. It was with Prince Bernhard.
I'm sorry.
Prince Bernhard, the former
And
king of...
Cardinal Alfring.
Cardinal.
Alfring.
How do you spell that?
A-L.
A-L?
F.
F.
R-I-N-K.
R-I-N-K.
He was a Catholic cardinal?
Yes. Yeah.
And the Prince Bernhard.
Yeah, Prince Bernhard of the Netherlands, the man who set up Bilderberg.
How
And the
old-
World Wildlife Federation.
How old were you when this happened? The hunting?
At about 9,
No.
10 years old, 7. During that whole period it happened. And it was not only in that forest. But they put the dogs to hunt us. And then when you could not go on, and there was that clam around my feet, the dogs, they raped us and they were laughing and putting jokes on me.
How many men did this?
What I know or what I see is 2 men, but probably there were more, I don't know.
Were there other children involved? Were you the only child or was the others with you?
I know that I heard crying or screaming, and it was my sister, and she didn't take part afterwards on those hunting parties. But with me, they took me to England, to Wales, to Scotland.
Who took you?
The doctor.
I'm sorry, hunting parties in Wales? And
In Carnarvon Castle and in nearby Fort Williams in Scotland.
being 2 years.
Carmen was here with 3 other girls. The other girls are all beaten to death. One is they put petrol on it or burned her.
Gas to burn the body?
No,
No,
when she was alive.
when she was alive, or
And one is with beaten to death with sticks. And the third one, I don't know at this moment what happened to her. And Carmen, she was very scared. She could not say anything. She was on her knees laying, and after that there were a lot of, she told that about 20 people here around her. One of them was my father and one of them was her father. And her father, he raped her afterwards.
Yeah, on the spot.
And this was, you say 2 years ago?
When she was just 12, it was 2.5 years ago. It was around November,
Yeah.
December 2010.
Autumn, yeah.
10.
November 2010.
Wow.
Or should be offered to God. And that was what they did to me when I was 4 years old. And then they put me on my stomach on the table. And the vicar, he put his fingers in my vagina and it was bleeding. And then my grandfather did it, not with his fingers but with his... When I was 4 years old, I'm the oldest one from the whole family, and it's a church ritual from what is in the Bible, the first penis, and all they were singing it. And then my uncle did the same, and it took an hour before they were ready in the hall.